Yeah. Yeah. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us tonight, and we greatly appreciate that. Got a jam-packed show for y'all. We're about to get right into it. You heard?
You already know, y'all already know, man. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy weekend. And man, let's get into it. It's episode 134. I think I said 135 last episode. My numbers was all haywire, bro. You know what I'm saying? While it was all 133, I'm saying 135. Like what's wrong with me? I'm bugging out. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to some of the day ones that's already in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in as always. Let me shout out some of them day ones and I think we got a couple of bad shoulders in the building as well. King Prince is in the building. Tremont Lions is in the building. Winter Breeze is in the building. Ernesto Hernandez in the building. Appreciate y'all chapping. And that's some of our day ones that are already in the building, man. I hope y'all ready for tonight's episode because you already know how we give it up on a Sunday. It's fun day, baby. So remember, y'all, we on the road to 20,000 subs, 20,000 subscribers. We just went over the 10,000 mark for this channel. So again, we on the road for 20,000 subs. Continue to like, subscribe, and share, and help us with the growth of the show. We're gonna continue to give you that good, verbal medicine. That good energy that we bring each and every episode. Also, we got some exclusive tickets throughout the show. Special behavior, you will get those exclusive tickets. So make sure y'all, act accordingly. But shout out again to them day ones. Our day ones is always in the building. Ernesto Santana, do you shave or trim? Ernesto, you starting already? You starting already? Ash, read the comments, please. I'm gonna read the comments that I'm gonna select to read the comments. I'm not gonna read every comment because I know how you do, Ernesto. You go crazy in the chat. You go wild. You go crazy. All right, y'all. You already know how we do, man. Also later on we will be talking about the NBA All-Star game, All-Star weekend. We're gonna be talking about the backlash to Valentine's Day. And we like my brother said, we got a jam packed show. All right, y'all. First segment of the night. Y'all already know it's popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. The label model is create, document, and inspire. So make sure you go to the Instagram at OUV and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. All right, y'all. First question of the night. Remember, y'all, these are the worst questions. These are not our questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. All right, y'all. Quick shout out to Rowan Jack in the building, man. Appreciate you. One of our other day ones already in the building. Another badge holder is in the building. All right, y'all. First question of the night. Biggest, and this is for, sorry, pause. Whoa. Hey, yo. Whoa. And this is for all you music fans out there. All right. Biggest album we never got. Biggest album we never got. And these are all well documented, by the way. Number one, R. Kelly and Baby from Stunner, from Young Money. All right, so R. Kelly and Baby as one. Number two, Dr. Dre Detox album. Number three, Lil Wayne and Joel Santana album. Number four, Lauryn Hill's second album. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. So again, the question is, which was the biggest album we never got? Number one, R. Kelly and Baby. Number two, Dr. Dre Detox album. Number three, Lil Wayne and Joel Santana. And number four, Lauryn Hill's second album. And let us know what y'all think in the chat. Shout out to Biggs in the building. You already know. One of them day ones.
Probably gonna go with Detox with Dr. Dre. That was probably the most um talked about, hinted about, that's supposed to come out and it's supposed to be revolutionary that never came out. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with that one.
Yeah, people been talking about detox for like 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? Like, so people was really begging for that album to come out. Me personally, even though these are all great ones, I'm gonna say Lauryn Hill. I thought Lauryn Hill, they said that she did have a second album, but it was unofficial and it never came out, meaning that she was in the studio, but she didn't like the group of songs that she put together. She put out like a couple songs, but it wasn't an official second album. That first album won 5 Grammys. Five. Not one, not two, one, two, three, four, five. 5 Grammys. So me personally, musically, impact wise, I think that Lauryn Hill is the biggest album that we never got. In the chat, they agreeing with you, bro. They going with, I'm seeing Detox in the chat. Um R. Kelly should have been R. Kelly, and I'm not reading the rest of that, Ernesto. Shout out to DC White in the building. R. Kelly couldn't do it because of the. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. Rowan Jack, y'all cutting up in the chat already. Last episode, I have to make mention of this. Last episode, y'all was going in so hard on the jokes. I loved it. But it was a one particular thing when y'all was we brought up a certain young lady and she was of a certain qualification, and y'all was tearing her up in the chat. I couldn't read none of that stuff. So again, continue with the jokes. You know what I'm saying? But just know I'm gonna read these, read these accordingly. All right. Shout out to Kima in the building as well. All right, so again, I went with Lauryn Hill. My brother went with Dr. Dre Detox album in the chat. They going with Dr. Dre Detox album. The rest of the world at 39% went with Lil Wayne and Santana. What do you think about that? Joel Santana. What do you think about that?
That's true as well. We definitely wanted that album too. That was a major hype album that we never got. So I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. Recently, Cameron has spoke on that album. He said that because for years they said he was the reason why the album never came out. He had clarified that, saying that he wanted the album to come out because they needed his help to do it. He went to the powers that be, and they said it wouldn't make sense if they dropped that album because at that particular time, Lil Wayne didn't even drop his first official album yet. So if they drop that album, they're going to take these funds that was from the Lil Wayne album and put it towards their album, and they not going to have the funds for Lil Wayne album. So it just, you know, that industry jargon. So
Hmm.
that's why that album actually never came out. Y'all going in on the chat. You listened to Pharrell Williams before? Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Wigs in the building. Shout out to you. Appreciate y'all tapping in. XX in the building. The Portly Patriot. Appreciate you tapping in. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next popular opinion question. And remember, y'all, these are not our questions. These are the world questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. All right, y'all. We love this we love these versions of the Martin edition. So we're gonna switch it to Family Matters edition. Family Matters edition. Family Matters edition. Pick your college girlfriend on this list. Family Matters edition, meaning the TV show, the legendary TV show Family Matters. Pick your college girlfriend on this list. Family Matters edition. Number one, Laura. Number two, Maxine. Number three, Myra. Number four, Greta. Let me
I'm
know
going
what
with
y'all think
Myra.
of that.
Definitely going with Myra. She was all about who she was with, and that's all she was about. That was all her focus was on, and I fuck with that.
Hmm. Now, me personally, Myra was bad and she was with it. I want to rock with Myra, even though if it's between Myra and Laura, I'm going with Myra all day. But they threw Maxine on this list, so all bets is off for me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like she had me, dog. I ain't even gonna hold you. Maxine had me in the chokehold. Like if she mess up with a dude like Waldo and showing all that loyalty to a dude like Waldo, I can't imagine her rocking with an official dude. You feel me? Like so it's for her to give all that unconditional love for a dude like Waldo. I keep saying Waldo because every dude deserve have a nice little sugar wugger, but like come on, like Maxine was above his pay grade, and to see the type of love and attention, paying attention to detail with Waldo, can't imagine, you know what I'm saying, brother like myself, you know? So I'm going with Maxine. So I went with Maxine. My bro went with Myra. In the chat, I saw Laura in the chat. I'm seeing Myra in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of Myras in the chat. And I seen Laura. And again, I went with Maxine. My brother went with Myra at 44%, y'all. The rest of the world went with Myra. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they're feeling the same way I was feeling about her, because she was definitely focused on her man, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody get close to her man, it's over with.
It's on and the only thing about Myra though, she used to keep like hidden cameras on my son lapel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little that's extra, dog. You know what I mean? That's a bit extra. That's a little too much for your sugar wugger to keep hidden cameras on. You didn't even know it. She kept it in his glasses, in his lapel. Like when he found that out, he like, yo, what type of Tom shorty you on? So you know what I mean? I rocks with Myra, but she a little too crazy for me. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, Hollywood Need to Ask Us. We came up with the segment because Hollywood just not giving us creative movies. So we came up with this because we got better ideas for either movies or TV series. You want to start this one off?
Now you could go ahead.
All right, so bro, I don't know if you remember this video game, but I seen it pop up in my feed, and I was like, "Yo, I haven't thought about this video game in years." And I'm like, "Yo, why did they never make a movie on this?" And this video game, I enjoyed this video game probably more than every other fighting video game except for Street Fighter. So this particular fighting video game, I want to actually see them make this into an animation series. 10 episodes. We could start this off small. 10-episode animation series. I want to see a movie based on a video game. I know if you remember, called Killer Instincts.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Killer Instincts?
Yeah, I remember it.
For me, that video game was fire. Absolute fire, absolute good time. And I don't know about y'all in the chat if y'all remember. If y'all do remember Killing Instance, put them hundreds, put them hearts, put them hearts, put them hundreds and them hearts in there. They saying Tekken, Bloody Raw, what's other Ted Bundy, Peggy, but what are y'all talking about? My algo mentioned that today. Yeah, I'm telling you that Killer Instinct game was so fire. They had very compelling fighters and characters such as Cinder, Spinal, Thunder, uh, Jago, Idol, Kilgore, Glacier, Reptor. It was just a fire game, and I'm surprised we haven't made it into anything more. I'm surprised it wasn't even a live action movie. But I will settle for an animation film style series based on the video game Killer Instincts.
Mm. Be lit.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, for my Hollywood Needs to Ask Us, I definitely need to see probably a FX breakdown of the Franklin cover up. Now, the Franklin cover up was Franklin credit union scam that was embezzling funds back in the 1980s and late 80s and early 90s. But what's interesting about this cover up is when they started investigating the funds, that's when all hell broke loose, and it started from Oregon, and then the money trail ended up in DC, in the foothills of Capitol Hill, and it's just a crazy story. You think this Diddy situation is big? This happened in the 80s, so it's way worse than Diddy. It deals with politicians paying for sex underneath tables, what is it? Using public funds. It was just a whole mess. And the mere fact that they covered this up I would love to see FX style of this Franklin cover up that happened in the late '80s and early '90s about the Franklin Credit Union scam.
Mm-hmm. All right, that would be fire. That would be fire. Very educational. I think people would bangs with it. Anybody that you had in mind to play like the lead in role, or somebody that you just want a part of the project, whether it's a director or anything of that magnitude?
I think the person that could play the dude, Larry King,
Larry King.
that's the name of the guy that ran the credit union.
Okay.
Um, I think probably maybe Jamie Foxx could probably pull him off. I don't know how the actual person was, but I mean, Jamie Foxx is phenomenal with playing other roles and other people, so
Hmm.
he could definitely pull this one off too. So it's a huge, huge story.
Fire, fire, fire. I mess with it. In the chat, shout out to Brazil. Uh, I think they was trying to say Brazil. Shout out to King Prince, always showing us major support and supporting the show. NBA All Star is trash. I agree. We're gonna talk about that later. I agree though. Appreciate y'all. Hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them 100s. Shout out to Stefan, Knicks for life. Say word. Love your hat. Oh, they probably talking about what he said next. So he's talking about your hat, bro. Can I get a shout out, please? Shout out to Stephon Kelly. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tapping in. Hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them 100s, hit them 100s in the chat, y'all. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see watch TV show, documentary, or stand up. You want to start this one off?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so my shout out to Tyrone in the building. Brownsville, never ran, never will. You already know Brooklyn in here in the building. I'm a Flatbush guy myself, so appreciate you, Tyrone T, for tapping in. All right, so my three must see movies for this episode. I had to go into the archives on this one. I ain't gonna hold you, but this movie came out in 1986, directed by Duncan Gibbons. This stars Virginia Madison, Craig Schaefer, Kate Reed, Joe Pilato, and J.J. Coleman. This movie is called Fire with Fire. This is about a young, troubled youth that's in the camps of of offenders who's looking to get out within the month, and right across the street, so to speak, is a all girls convent style for young ladies. And somehow they met, and y'all have to see the rest of the movie. It's actually a fire movie. It gives you that 80s magic that make you to believe. So make sure you tap into Fire with Fire. My second must see movie came out in 1989, directed by Neil Jordan. This stars Robert De Niro, Sean Penn, Demi Moore, John Riley, and Bruno Kirby. Fire movie. This movie is called We're No Angels. This movie is about a man that was about to get executed, and somehow, some way, his two buddies had to witness his execution. And you have to watch the rest of the movie. I will not ruin it for y'all, so make sure y'all tap in to see We're No Angels. And my third must see movie is called, well, it came out in 2001, directed by Steve Simons. This movie stars Jeremy Irons, uh, Forrest Whitaker, Jason Parsley, Charlotte Rampling, and Brianna Glasgow. This movie is called The Fourth Angel, about a writer uh, having to go on assignment, but have the task of taking his family on vacation at the same time. He tried to merge the two. The flight gets taken over by an arm of bandits, and you have to watch the rest of the movie. So make sure y'all tap into The Fourth Angel. So again, my three must-see movies, y'all: The Fourth Angel, We're No Angels. Dang, I didn't realize that. Two angels in the movie. And Fire with Fire. So make sure y'all tap in to see those movies. Any of those ring out to you?
Not one of them.
Not near Nutter?
Nah. All right, so chat, you know how I do with my movies. I always got a theme for mine. So my theme for my movies is mind control movies. So each one of these movies has a theme of mind control, a certain aspect of the mind that this movie wants to control, and you got to see the movie to see how it turns out. So first movie on the list is called Equilibrium. Came out 2002. Stars Christian Bale, Emily Watson, Sean Bean, Taye Diggs, William Frightner, Agnes McFadden, Brian W. Cook, Emily Stewart, Andrew Rona, Dominic Purcell, and Sean Pertwee. It's about the dystopian society that controls everybody through their emotions, and you got to watch the rest of the movie to see how else this society is being controlled. Fire movie, old school, pretty cheesy, but the premise is still the same. So, next one on the list is my favorite classic on this one. It's called Disturbing Behavior. Came out in 1998. Stars James Marsden, Katie Holmes, Nick Stahl, William Sadler, Ethan Embroy, Bruce Greenwood, Crystal Case, Catherine Isabel, Steve Railsbrack, Tobias Melher, AJ Buckley, and Chad Donnelly. Fire movie about I guess out of control teens. Parents can't seem to get a hold of their teenagers and they send them to this program, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to see how the mind control goes on with these kids. Fire movie, I like this one. And the last one on my list, another classic for me, is Manchurian Candidate. Came out 2004. Stars Denzel Washington, Liv Schreiber, Meryl Streep, John Voight, Kimberly Elsie, Anthony Mackie, Jeffrey Wright, Jose Pablo Cantillo, Bruno Grants, Ted Levine, Vera Farmiga, and Paul Lazar. Fire movie about a war veteran. Came from what is it, the Desert Storm. He's been having headaches, and he goes to the doctors, and they can't figure out to see what the issue is. And you gotta watch the rest of the movie to see how the movie turns out. Fire movies, Denzel Washington. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? Can't beat Denzel. So my movies on my mind control list are Manchurian Candidate, Disturbing Behavior, and Equilibrium.
Make sure y'all tap into those movies. We've been giving y'all fire movies, so make sure y'all tap in. Shout out to DG 123. Shout out to Dope Boy in the building. Shout out to Clutch in the building. Shout out to uh who else did I miss? I missed somebody here. Kirk's Outdoor in the building. Shout out to, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hit them likes, hit them 100s, hit them likes, hit them 100s. It helps with the show, and we love the love. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Oh, they commented. They saying Equilibrium was awesome. Christian Bale. The first movie sounds like more direct version of what's going on. IRL. Donnie Darko. They said Donnie Darko, another good one. Yeah, Donnie Darko's a good one. Yeah, right. Okay, weird. All right, y'all. Nah, yo, dope, y'all, dope. All right, moving on to our next. Well, we're still in the same segment. I'm bugging out. All right, so this is our must hear segment. Must hear. So my featured artist for our must hear. Again, for the real hip hop fans. If you're a real hip hop fan, my must hear artists for tonight, you gotta put them on your playlist or make a playlist and put these three songs on your playlist for these artists. Must hear is rappers, Young Guns. Rappers, Young Guns. Y'all must put these guys on your playlist or make a playlist of just them and put these three songs on there. So my first must hear song, Set It Off featuring Swiss Beats. My second must hear song, No Better Love featuring Rel. My third must hear song is Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Make sure y'all put those three songs on your playlist. Again, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, No Better Love featuring Rel, and Set It Off featuring Swiss Beats. Bro, what you think about those songs right there?
Early 2000s was fire. You know what I'm saying? The early 2000s just had so many hits, especially with Young Guns. There's just too many people around that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fire is just a fire catalog. So again, make sure y'all tap into the Young Guns. All right, moving on to our classic shows, must see, documentary, stand up, TV show. You want to start this one off?
Mine's is definitely a must see. It's out. It just came out within relatively in the last couple of years. Came out 2021. It's called Yellow Jackets. It has 3 seasons. You can catch it on Showtime. It stars Sophie Stature, Ella Prunell, Julia Lewis, Christina Ricci, Emily Linsky, Sophia Nalesi, Courtney Eden, Sarah DeJarnes, Sammy Harderay, Liv Hewson, Peter Godot, and Kevin Bells. About this young soccer team that was going to the regional state championship game. They had to take a flight. They end up crash landing in the forest, and they was there for a year. And they fast forward into present time, where they still dealing with the trauma of being out in the forest for a year. And you just gotta watch the series, Fire series. It's on this 3rd season now, so hopefully they pick up the pace and what's really going on with the trauma.
Yeah.
But again, the first 2 seasons is lit, so definitely check it out. It's on Showtime, and it's called Yellow Jackets.
Make sure y'all check out Yellow Jackets. I still haven't got a chance to watch Yellow Jackets. I got caught up in Landman. You know what I'm saying? And once watched that first episode of Landman, I was hooked on Landman. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I gotta check out Yellow Jackets. I gotta check out Yellow Jackets. And there's another show called I can't think of the other show right now, but it has like that. It's a period piece. I think Yellowstone.
Oh yeah, Yellowstone or something. Yeah, I heard of it.
I'm not bugging, right? Because I heard Yellow Jackets now, Yellowstone. All right, so yeah, I gotta check that out too. So make sure y'all tap into that. My must see TV show, documentary, all comedy, stand up. This is a show that actually came out last year, well, 2023, and I didn't even know about this until the announcement of season 2. I sat and watched the first 4 episodes, and it's really, really good. And it took me back more nostalgia, video game style, PlayStation days. This is a must see TV show. It's a whole series. Twisted Metal. They got the full season up right now. They actually announced that season 2 will be dropping soon as well. And I didn't even know about this. I'm like, season 2? I didn't even know about season 1. So I sat there and watched season 1 or the first 4 episodes, and it was pretty good. When I watched the trailer, I was like, but watching the show exceeded my expectations, and y'all gotta watch it. I'm not gonna ruin it for y'all, but I will say this: it's going to give you that nostalgia feel, and it's really good. This stars Samaya Joe, Stephanie Beatrice, Anthony Mackie, Nev Campbell, Will Arnett, and Thomas H. Church. Fire show again based on the video game Twisted Metal. So make sure y'all tap into that. Shout out to Rowan Jack again. Thank you for the gift. They're always supporting the show. We appreciate that as always. He got some Black Slow Dictionary words for you to for the next episode, because you know how bro do it. He have them joints for you next episode. So again, we appreciate you as always, Rowan Jack. Hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them 100s in the chat. Show Rowan Jack some love, y'all. All right, y'all. Moving on to so we got that one. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got some cologne for y'all. If you look good, you feel good, you smell good, you're gonna do good. So today's fragrance of the week is Burberry. Definitely tap into the Burberry. Fragrance is called Brit. So Burberry, get your Burberry bottle, and the fragrance again is called Brit.
Get it, y'all. Again, the goal is to get that girl smell good, feel good, and she'll be under the tub. All right. All right, moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is. Oh, again, real quick, shout out to Rowan Jack again. He's gifted some memberships to y'all. So again, please throw that love to Roman Jack. He's gifted some memberships in the chat, man. So shout out to Ash and V, Joseph Hernandez, James, John Smith. Shout out to Roman Jack for gifting y'all some memberships, man. Big time. Again, appreciate you supporting the show. So we got more badge holders in the building. Y'all badge holders now. Bro, they badge holders now. You feel me? It's more badge.
Top cops, you know what I'm saying?
Top cops. He done gifted more 5 more badge holders in the building. You know what I mean? Like that deserves some love, man. Appreciate you as always, man. So again, y'all throw them thanks to Roman Jack, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's nothing to say thank you for real. Appreciate that. Uh, Moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is, and it's the perfect time for you badge holders. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic shows, movies, documentary for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night, y'all. Giants, the New York City Giants, or the New York Giants, is in trade talks for the number 3 pick. It's cooking up crazy. They're looking to trade the number 3 pick for veteran quarterback, Rams quarterback, Matthew Stafford. What do you think about that?
I mean, as long as they get no offensive line with that pick, no matter
Mm,
what you get. If you don't get no offensive line, I don't care if you got Matthew Stafford, you got the #1 pick. It don't mean a damn thing if you don't got no offensive line.
mm-hmm.
But if we're not working on the offensive line, none of it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to that.
How much you paying that 300-pound lineman? Let him block.
Because the damn sure ain't blocking. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
Cause,
doing nothing.
cause they
So
damn sure.
get somebody up in there that can block. You know what I'm saying? Get 2, 3 of them cats. Now we talking.
See, the problem is if we don't do this, you ain't gonna be able to do your chip and dip commercial. That's the problem. You're an offensive coordinator, Crozier. Shut your mouth.
They act like I lost the damn game. You know what I'm saying?
But if you was the Giants GM, would you use that 3rd pick to draft? Because again, when you're taking that high in the pick, you normally take a quarterback and then you get an offensive lineman, later in the 1st round or 2nd and 3rd round. You could build your O line like that. So if you are the if you are the Giants GM, Santana, baby, what you gonna do? Are you gonna try to get Shador Sanders? Or are you gonna try to get uh the quarterback from Miami? Or you just gonna go straight for a lineman? Or you gonna trade for Matthew Stafford to get a veteran presence at quarterback?
I'm going straight for linemen.
Mm.
I'm going straight for linemen because at the end of the day, you could build with anybody. As long as that front 4 is healthy and on point, it don't matter
Five.
who's back there. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That front 5.
5, 4, don't matter. You need all of them in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, worry about a quarterback for what? If you don't got no blockers, who gives a damn? You
Mm-hmm.
have Shador, he fast. It don't matter how you going to outrun the D line if nobody blocking him.
Mm-hmm.
You know
So
what
you
I'm saying?
so you're not listening to Julius Washington.
I'm going straight for offensive linemen. I'm going for the big boys. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna get me some ragtag quarterback that's looking to rebuild himself. Yeah, let's do that. I want somebody with a chip on his shoulder. That's who I want.
But the problem is if he blow up your weight, whenever you waive him, trade him, he gonna be worth 10 times as much as when you first got him. So you gonna
Right. And now my chip and dip commercial is gonna be extra. You know what I'm saying? Now we got extra chip and dip in the commercials.
Yo, more
You know what I'm
chip
saying?
dip. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we got extra chip and dip for my offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we gonna do them chip and dip commercials.
Yeah.
Mad Hardy beef chunk stew. You know what I'm saying? What's that? The hearty meal that every top tier quarterback or whatever top tier
The,
guy, they always make them do that commercial. What is that? What's that?
the
Campbell soup or something?
well, it's a few of them. It's the Campbell
Yeah.
soup,
You want
right?
to go with the Campbell soup extra chunky. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And but you forgetting a crucial one right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the Waco or the Yacos or Waco's yogurt. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget the yogurt. You know what I'm saying? After you eat some soup, you gotta have some yogurt. Like what do that for food groups, right?
I
That's
don't know how that go together in this tum tum, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, but that's what they say.
So they going in on the chat. They're going in on the chat. Me personally, if I'm the GM of the Giants, the way how I'm looking at it, I'm gonna get me a young quarterback, so that way it's more of salary cap friendly. I feel like Shador in the next 4 years is basically, he reminds me of a more athletic version of Tom Brady, the way he's able to read, the way he's able to galvanize his teammates. Not to mention his college career, he's never had a suitable offensive line, and he was always able to eat. So based on that, I'm going to take that pick, get third pick, and like, let's be real. The Giants is maybe two offensive line players away. You could get a guy in free agency, and you could draft a guy in the second round to really plug up that offensive line, and you could just build every year based on that. And if they're able to do that, because you can't win without a quarterback in the NFC East now, bro, you got to deal with Jalen Hurts. You got to deal with young Jalen Daniels. I'm not crazy about Dak, but Dak do put up numbers though. So you gonna need you a quarterback to get you over the hump, and not just any old quarterback. You're gonna need you a guy who could really play that thing, and people. There's a system that's going to be built, and a brand that's going to be built because of the quarterback. I don't want Shador to go to New York, but if I'm the New York GM, I'm drafting Shador, me personally. So that's what I would do. But again, we gotta wait and see. But they working on the trade to actually trade for Matthew Stafford for that third pick on the Giants. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. False rape allegations have been dropped. So the false rape accuser drops lawsuit against Jay Z and Diddy. She voluntarily went into court and dropped the case without prejudice. So they can never bring up the case ever again. Um, they was said it was to allow the lack of evidence about this incident happening. Alleged incident happened after VMAs. I forget what year it is, but the young lady was supposed to be like 14 or 15 at the time at this VMAs um, some time ago. What do you think about that?
Well, the fact that they dropped the charges showcased there was no evidence to back up her claims anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good to know that you can't just make false claims out there and then just think you're going to get all the way into court and not really have no evidence to back up your claims. So
Mm-hmm.
for as anytime you have allegations, as long as you can back up the claims, then you know what I'm saying, you can always file charges on somebody. But no evidence, it's not a good look.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. I just thought it was quite interesting that this whole process, because in the very beginning they asked the case to be dropped automatically because the young lady, um they wanted to keep her identity hidden. So because of that, you don't know who's taking you to court. It's like, how can you defend yourself if you don't know? But they still allow these proceedings to still move forward. um, so with this being said, this is a win for both P Diddy and Jay Z. Jay Z spoke on it and paraphrasing, but he's happy for the win. But at the same time, he felt like the charges was jumped up. It was ridiculous, and it was more ambulance chasing than anything else. But this is definitely a win for P Diddy because of the lack of evidence, because of the story is so far fetched, to be honest with you. How this young lady who's not even from New York City, who's from like a small city somewhere, just happened to make it. No, she was actually from upstate New York. So a 14-year-old, 15-year-old made her way to New York City, like, which is hours away, on a school night. Like, these are grown people type of moves that she was moving, and then she happened to make it to the VMAs and to make it backstage, and to make it somewhere where she could get it popping for Diddy and Jay-Z. We're not talking about Mo, Larry, and Curly. Like, talking about Jay-Z and P. Diddy. So, stories already sounded far-fetched, but the case was dropped, and it's without prejudice. So again, they cannot bring up the case again. So, all right, moving on to our next hot topic. WNBA player Nafisha Collier talks about her prize money after winning the 101 or 1v1 tournament in the unrivaled league. Um, she won the 101, and her prize money was more than her salary money that she makes for the WNBA. So she's saying that it's funny that she made more in the 101 in 30 minutes, basically, of basketball compared to a whole season in the WNBA. What do you think about that?
She need to talk to her fellow females. The more they buy tickets, the more money you can make. Obviously, the men is doing all they can to put money in your pockets. They creating other leagues for you to play in.
Mm-hmm.
Is this league that she played in female run? I don't think so.
Mm.
Is it female owned? I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you keep complaining about the WNBA. Tell more women to buy tickets to the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they won't do it. They're not going to spend their money on it.
Right.
At all. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a lose-lose situation. Just be happy. You got a check for the same amount of salary that you would get for WNBA. Be happy. That's cool. You could get a whole year's salary in 30 minutes. That's awesome.
Right.
Like, putting a basketball in a hoop, and yet you still find a way to complain. But only in America.
Only
you know what
right.
Only in America, baby. You get
Right.
paid $50,000 a year to put a basket in a hoop. That's at least like $15 an hour, as opposed to putting groceries in a bag. You know what I'm saying? Which one would you rather do?
Mm-hmm.
Most niggas probably just play ball all day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're doing. But yet and still, you find a way to complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Like, tell
So
your female constituents buy more tickets, then you can get more money.
So her salary for the WNBA is around 80 grand. She won about 100 grand in the 1v1. So that's 180 grand. I believe the team that she played for, I believe is Minnesota. So I don't think she plays even in the big market. So if she's in a small market, 180 grand a year goes a long way. Goes a long way. Even 80 grand goes a long way. So now you want a bonus, added 100 on top of that. Not to mention, she's going to go overseas to make more money to come back before the WNBA season.
Maybe if y'all stop buying $700 wigs, the money might stretch a little bit longer. $300 on eyelashes is insane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe the money might last a little bit longer.
Right.
But again, you know what I'm saying? That's up to the individual.
Let me ask you a question. What job in the world that you would love to do that you don't, regardless of what you make, you don't want more money?
It's never no job like that.
Even
Never
if
no scenario like that.
even if it's something that you like to do, like if it's something that you like to do, you like, all right, cool, I'm not complaining. I would love to make more money, but you're not gonna sit there and be like, damn, I'm struggling or I'm not surviving. If I see people on the other side that's doing the same thing as me but making more money than me, I'm looking at it why. Okay, the reasoning why is because of the interest. Simple and plain. So how can I raise my profile or how can we raise the profile so we can make this money or I can make this money? What can I do? And I'll let that be my mission. But I'm not going to sit in every turn and find ways to bring up where I make my established money at and be like, yeah, my established money could be a little bit more, but this that like I'm not going to make it a thing. And it just seemed like they making a thing every single time. Like the NBA, people don't notice the NBA subsidizes the WNBA. And everybody wants to make more money. I'm all for the women making more money, but the reason why the men make the type of money that they make is because of the interest. It's because of the advertisement that the NBA generates. That's the reason why. There was upon a time where NBA players was making the type of money I was making. 40 years later, the interest picked up. The players that we have in the league are the best in the world at what they do in a sense, or their spectacles in a sense, where they're 6'7", 6'8", 7 foot. You got Wimbiana who's 7 foot who plays like a damn guard. Like, where's your interest? You got somebody like Zion Williams, when healthy, could jump out the gym. You got Kyrie Irving, who's probably the most spectacular ball handler or scorer that we've ever seen as far as making something just look amazing. We have Michael Jordan, who is dunking on your life, who's taking your soul out, who wins. You got LeBron James, who's big, tall, fast, and could do all the things, all like, and been playing for 20 years. Like, there's interest in the game, and people advertise within the NBA. So y'all gotta find ways to boost interest in y'all game to garner more support, and y'all gonna make more money. So this is like an ongoing thing. But she spoke about it after she won the 1v1, and the 1v that's a big deal. You're playing against the best players in the world for the 1v1, and you won it. You get the bragging rights with 100 racks. Just saying. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Love and Hip Hop personality Jessica Wu says that anytime a man asks her to see her in her natural state, she automatically believes that he doesn't have enough money to maintain her beauty upkeep. What do you think about that?
What does that have to do with what he asked her? Like, that has nothing to do with what the question was presented to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you already been maintaining your beauty upkeep, then me coming into your life, what do I have to do with maintaining something that you was already maintaining before I got there?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that has nothing to do with me.
Mhm.
I've been getting my hair locked before you got here, and now we were together. Now I expect you to now chip into my lock maintenance. Does that make sense? But when a woman says it, it's okay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like none of that makes any kind of sense. And it's really why not majority, but like a lot of the reasons why certain men are like straying away and just be like they cool off all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just the simple ass be just too much all of a sudden now. So it's like most men just want to check out.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Um, and on that same sentiment, it's just weird. Like, it just feels like with some women, when we ask for something, it's a reflection on us. When it's for me, I'm gonna speak for myself, and well, for some men, it's just preference that we see you in your natural state. Me personally, I always see a woman in her natural state, and it's so weird. Like, I don't have these experiences like some other guys do, where they have like that back and forth with a woman, and there's like an indifference. You know what I mean? Like, I just never had that. I've never had a woman say, "Well, I just feel like you don't have enough money to worry about my upkeep if you're asking me that question." I never get that response or that thought process that even hits me. Um, so it's kind of weird because when a woman really like you, like, she wants to be the best version of herself always, but she realized, like, no matter what, if you want to be in her life, you got to see her in every state, period and point blank, whether it's natural or whether it's enhanced. So I've never heard of any woman really liking a man, and he like, "Yo, I want to see you in your natural state," and her response would be, "Well, I don't think you have enough money to maintain my beauty upkeep because you're asking me that question." I've never heard of that. I mean, have a woman even hinted that to you before?
A lot of these topics and discussions don't even really be happening in real life. That's what a lot of people don't feel real life. These are not normal conversations that you would have on a date with somebody that you're trying to build and get to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dealing with a chick who's not natural, why would you ask her to be natural? Just get a chick that's natural. You know what I'm saying? There's so many choices out here that you could just pick the one that you want. So I don't have no problem with a chick being natural because I'm already picking the one that's already natural. So that already for me is out the bar. Now I'm trying to figure out what else I gotta try to figure out. You know what I'm saying? The natural part is cool. Now some other shit that may be hidden underneath the naturalness. You know what I'm saying? There might be some goofy dust underneath that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. So if off the premise, why don't you just go after a natural chick and it won't be no issues? Point blank period. There's so many to choose from anyway. A lot of them is natural anyway. So you just go after them, you straight.
It's just weird that like mind you, she's garnered a platform through different things, and for her to put that type of energy in the culture, in the atmosphere, it's just diabolical because that has nothing to do with anything. So if you date a guy that has $1 million or whatever the case may be, are you gonna say that to him? Are you gonna say that to a guy who makes $100,000? But you will say that to the guy that works every day, work real hard. You will say that to that guy because it's more of a cop out. That's not real. That's not realistic. So it's just real funny. Like when it comes to men preference, it's always a backlash. Like, yeah, I don't really like short girls. Oh, dang, you cut short girls out. Men, we don't think like that. We have preference, but our preference get challenged when the woman, her qualities is what we're looking for. If you get a woman with all the qualities that you're looking for, but you don't like a woman with short hair, but she come to you with that short hair, you're gonna like, all right, well, everything else is on point. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get
On
you.
rock. You know what I'm saying?
We're
We're
gonna rock
inside
out.
boogie.
This style the joint. You know what I'm saying? We good. So we don't cut our odds like that. So it's just funny when it's on the other side, it's not based in logic. What she says is not based in no type of logic. It's all based in insecurity. So that's wild in itself. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Korean scientists unveiled technology that would revert cancer cells back to normal. What do you think about that? That's big.
Yeah,
Pause.
where I've been at this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all like what country?
Korea.
Oh, y'all let Korea do it first? Come on, son. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Y'all been had this. Like, hurry up, son.
See, when I hear stuff like that, I was just about to say that, bro. It's like y'all been had this. You're like, you can't tell me. All right, Korea is. We're gonna speak on Korea, right? All right, cool. So you mean to tell me they the only one that had access to their findings? They the only ones.
The
And
only ones to figure out the equation.
right,
Their labs is more superior than MIT and all these other labs.
right, right.
Okay.
Like let's make this make sense. Like
Then we just have an audit with all these billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So where, you know what I'm saying? No bread went to no kind of cancer research. Nobody don't give nobody care about that.
right,
Korea does.
right.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
This kind of gives me the feeling that somebody tells you, "Hey, man, tomorrow we're going to give you the key to the we're going to give you a key to $1 trillion, but you have 24 hours to spend it because after 24 hours, the currency is no longer going to be money. It's going to be, crayons or something like that. That's going to be the new currency." And it's like, damn, like, what's the purpose of having $1 trillion if the currency is no longer the currency? If the currency is now crayons and Walkmans and old CD players, that's the new currency. You were like, damn, like, where that Walkman I had? Some people in the chat probably never even heard of Walkman, but y'all get my point. It's like having the key to something, and then the next day, it no longer works. So them saying that they have found the technology to revert cancer cells back to normal, how soon will they implement this into the real world?
My thing is, what you mean you found it? Was it underneath a rock? Was it down in somebody's basement or something? Y'all ain't created. What you mean you found it?
Right.
Where you found it at? Did
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone have it in Marcy Project somewhere in his closet or something? Like, what you mean you found it?
Right.
Like, what you talking about? You found it.
Right.
Found it where?
Right.
How y'all can't even leave y'all country. What you mean you found it?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, y'all gotta choose better words than that. Tell me you created the technology. Better you said that.
Right.
Don't tell me you found it. Found it where?
Right.
Because most of the time I be seeing stuff in Korea, y'all frying all types of animals y'all shouldn't be eating.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all the ones that found the research to reverse cancer. Okay.
Well, let me say this because that was the headline they found, right? So now when I read the actual page, Professor Wang Hong Cho research team developed an original technology to systematically discover key molecules switches that can induce revision of colon cancer cells throughout systems by throughout a systems of biology and approach of using landscape analysis of genetic network.
Again, how is it Korea was able to do it and
Right,
nobody else can do it? If y'all
right,
niggas been using all types of magnifying glasses to look at cells this whole damn time, y'all
right,
could come with no type of sequence.
right.
Come on, son. Then shut down MIT, shut down John Hopkins, shut down all these schools then. Then send
Mm-hmm.
them niggas to Korea and load with them niggas. Cause whatever y'all doing here ain't cutting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shut all the schools down. Y'all might as well just put the books away and start learning Korean. Cause obviously y'all ain't do shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Why continuously send you to school? For what? Shut all that shit down. You know what I'm saying? All the top cop surgeons, take your ass flight to Korea and start learning some shit. Cause obviously y'all ain't doing nothing. What's the point of your salary?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we cutting y'all niggas checks? Y'all ain't doing nothing. If I'm paying LeBron James to make 30 points a game and he don't do that, why am I cutting you a check? If your job, top surgeon and top scientist, is to put the nanos together and put the sequences together, and you ain't been doing it in 50 years,
Mm-hmm.
why are we still paying you?
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But this the product of Department of Education right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been getting bread for all this time. Y'all ain't coming with nothing. But niggas in Korea could do it.
Right.
And they underneath all types of pressure. They damn near don't got no food.
Right.
But they coming up with all kind of cancer research and all types of synapse. Come on.
Yeah.
Every minute we got a chick in a nursing outfit twerking. But yeah, y'all can't come up with no kind of curable diseases. You got time to twerk, but y'all can't come up with no synapse and no cancer research dialysis machine to clear the junk.
Right. Right.
Come on, son.
Right. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. It's like like I had an argument on Instagram. Well, not an argument, but on my Instagram, the clip that that we talked about the Department of Education being cut, and they're like, well, what is that going to do? And it's like, what have the Department of Education been doing? Right. So we got to pull funds to kind of not kind of, but to reorganize how we're going to do this thing here, right? So a part of that as well is having the research that we've been having. So it's like, what have y'all been doing all these years? Mind you, we're only 40 years old. There's people that been here way longer than us. This research has been here before we was even a thought, before we was an itch in our father's pants, before he was a thought in his father's pants. They've been working on this research for all these years. And somehow, some way, Korea comes up with this. How soon are they going to implement this?
Hold up. First of all, they had cancer research since the 50s when they took cells from Henrietta Lacks and kept those cells alive since the 50s. So what y'all been doing since then?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta read the book Medical Apartheid by I think Harriet Washington. Delves deep into that. But my point is, y'all had all the magnifying glasses, y'all had all the cell canceries, y'all had it.
Yeah.
But you ain't do nada.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all still want more bread. Nah, it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
No more bread, no more champagne, no more soy sauce, no nothing.
No nothing.
You guess nothing.
Mr. A whole cake in his face. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
on mad love, B.
Mad love. Mad love. Yeah, that's wild. Shout out to Roman Jack again for the gifted. We appreciate you as always. The cure was the big prize at the end of Squid Games season 2. I've yet to watch Squid Game 2. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch Squid Game 2. Did you see Squid Game 2 yet? Season 2?
Nah, I ain't tapping into it too much.
I gotta watch that too. It's big business to keep people sick, unfortunately. That is a fact. There is big business in the what they call the medication and not the cure. That's where the money's at, where they could medicate you up, give you a treatment than to cure you up. But at the same time, you would think more money's into the cure because if you have more able people who's alive and who's well and who's thriving, you have more people that could build into the economy. But because this country found ways to benefit on people's death, is the reason why we dying. We're dying because of this food. The things that you like to eat, your favorite sodas, drinks, chips, all that stuff has all types of stuff in the food that's creating other things to kill us off. Candy bars, all the stuff that you like to eat. If you do the research on it, it's like once I learn something, I can't unlearn it. So for me, I just stay away from it. But a lot of people, this is a lot of unlearned information. And I'm telling you, the food is killing us. So if they got this information, access to this type of information, it's just crazy because so y'all got the research. So how soon y'all gonna implement this? If y'all got the cure to colon cancer or breast cancer or whatever cancers or all cancers, how soon are y'all gonna implement this? How soon? Instead of people getting sick and then waiting to hit them off, what happened to prevention? I'm just saying that's the whole purpose of when you're born on getting when they make us take vaccines, right? When we're children, right? They tell our parents, yeah, they got to take this vaccine shot, baby, because this is going to prevent a whole lot of sickness in their future. To stand a third, when they actually putting sickness in us. They saying, well, if we put the sickness in them, that they're going to get immune to the sickness. But it also creates sicknesses that the baby didn't even have. So it's basically a big experiment because everybody's different. So when you inject that generalized damn vaccine to each individual, is going to affect individuals different. That's the reason why certain people get bronchitis or asthma, and they only like 4 or 5 years old, and they can't do the simplest thing by running up and down their damn living room. So, and this is supposed to be able to circumvent all that, which is crazy. Shout out to Ace in the building. It's big business putting people in jail too. Shout out to Leon in the building. Y'all talking down on the health care systems, but ain't gonna do nothing about free Luigi. Shout out to Leon. We're speaking about it. That's what we're doing about it. What are you gonna do about it? Are you going to be like Luigi and you're gonna take somebody out that works in the healthcare system? Are you doing that, sir? So because we're having a conversation on how wrong it is, that means we're not doing something about it instead of raising awareness, bringing consciousness, bringing food to people's consciousness on how they should move. Yeah, make that make sense, sir. I might have already. Yeah, okay. Don't be a weirdo, sir. If you're here to support, we'd love to have you. If you're not, you're gonna get an exclusive tickets just for you, and we got it lined up. Shout out to Dino, blessings, kings and queens. We appreciate you tapping in. I speak facts. We're great for you, sir. Again, you're not doing nothing going back and forth with me and my bro on our channel that you came to. So again, us raising consciousness is doing something about it, sir. And if because you don't know our history, then I will refrain from going back and forth if you don't know. But again, continue to enjoy the show. Yo, bro, ain't said none. Okay, well, you saying something? You saying something? I didn't say you were stupid, sir. I didn't say you were stupid. Moving on. So yeah, I just think it's crazy again that we have Korea has all this technology. We have access to all this technology, and they developed it first. How soon are y'all going to implement it? Are y'all going to really try to save the citizens that are living? Or y'all going to do how y'all been doing? Is keeping us sick, keeping us trying to depend upon medicine to patch us along, or are y'all going to really cure your citizens to stay alive and to be a part of our economic system? You feel me, bro? Like, am I bugging when I say that? Isn't there more money than keeping people alive? There's more money in the economy. That's what I would think.
I mean, they got all this money, but what they doing with it? Money can't be the end goal. Y'all been doing this shit for dumb long, so can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like y'all been had all the money.
And I've been saying this too, because up until now, I've been saying that the country benefits more on our death, because if you look into every every state, they have what they call a treasure hunt, and it's unclaimed money, and the country gets access to that money. Your loved ones could get access to it if they are able to properly say that you're their loved one, and that that you're supposed to be like the recipient of what they left behind. So that's what the country been hoping on for years. But in my mind, it's more beneficial to have more people around to help with the economy. It doesn't help that people is going to be boosted up to die faster. So shout out to GJ in the building, Rowan Jack. We fun to protect SK. We will get the cure. I hope so, man. To your mouth, from your mouth to God's ears, back down to us. Appreciate that. I grew up when every house had a safe box. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I grew up in a house where there was no safe box. It was just, you got to protect yourself. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, I don't get this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Shaka Biz and Earn Your Leisure Group is working with African developers to build a 300-acre housing project in uh, in uh, in in Africa to promote economic prosperity in Africa, in Ghana in particular. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's what's up. Good for Ghana. You know what I'm saying? All power to them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I like reading this. It sounds cool. It sounds great, but it boosts their economy. But what about our economy? Like, I'm just in a space and place right now. It's like, what about us? What do we get? And I get what they're trying to do. They feel like, that's the homeland, and more power to that. Cool. And the powers that be in Ghana would have actually gave them more land, but they saying here, we want to see what you could do with this 300 acres, first and foremost, before we give y'all something even bigger than that. So they want to see who's going to actually go to Ghana and really want to build in Ghana. And it
Is the
will be,
money coming from Ghana, the government themselves, or is this something America's funding and then it's going to the Ghanaian government for people to go over there and build, or is it
well,
coming from their own treasury, banks, and all that to fund it?
well, based on what I read, the people that's coming over to Ghana is paying, but Ghana is setting aside this land for the people that is coming.
So I gotta bring my own bread.
Correct.
Nah, I'm straight. Like, what the hell? I might as well just build right here. At least I could just go to Home Depot, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And get situated. What you gonna do in Ghana? Is
Hmm.
there a Home Depot in Ghana?
Hmm.
I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta bring the money. You just gonna give the land. What about the materials and the workers? Do I gotta bring that too?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, if I gotta bring the money in, I might as well just stay here. What type
Hmm.
of deal is that?
Hmm.
Nah, I'm straight. That ain't no deal for me. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm straight. You be right here, Bill, right in the hood. You tripping?
You ain't trying to go nowhere. Just like, yo, I'm here. I'm home.
I'm right here.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I
I'm
feel that.
like, why am I gonna go all the way over there for what? I don't know nobody over there. All my peoples is here. My fam is here. I don't got no fam over there. I'm straight. More power to the people in Ghana. That's what's up. But nah, anything. If I'm build right. Go right back to Queens and build something. Before I do that,
Mm-hmm. Let's move to South Dakota, bro.
I'll go to South Dakota. Why not?
Right, right,
Right in America. What you
right,
mean? I
right.
got all the amenities of America, but we right in South Dakota. What's up?
And they gonna pull up in South Dakota, you heard?
They're gonna pull up in South Dakota. You heard? They're gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? And with the bees, knees, and all that. You know what I'm
All
saying?
that, all that. You know?
Top cop. You know what I'm saying? Top cowboy. You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's gonna be lit in South Dakota. Watch.
I
We're gonna
know.
make it lit anywhere we go anyway. So, but I'm gonna keep it in America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For me.
I know Ghana's probably a beautiful place from what I've heard of Ghana. I had an ex that was from Ghana, her family's from Ghana. And that sounds great, it sounds all good. But I'm home. I'm home. And it just seems like no matter where we go, it sound good. Like I keep hearing that and when you buy property in Africa, that's exactly what you get. Is your property. Once you buy it, it's yours. It's not like New York State. It's not like in the US where you buy your home, but it's not your property. You have a mortgage, but once you finish with the mortgage, it's still not your property because if you don't pay the state tax, guess what? They could come and scoop that. So from what I've been told, from what I've heard, once you buy property in Africa, it's yours forever. Not till the day you die, they can't take it. It's yours forever. But there's ways to having property in the US of A of having property and having it yours forever. There's ways of doing that as well too here. But most times when people buy a house, they don't get the proper titles. They don't get the proper things that they need to get with the property instead of just the house. So there's ways to doing that here too, y'all. So, you know, we got to learn to really build here and home instead of always thinking to run away that there's something else outside when we're actually home. So it's something to think about. But from like I said, from what I've seen, that was like that was part of their deal. They pay for something. Uh, Ghana is basically saying that they're doing their part by setting aside this land that that they gonna have that people could build and to have for themselves. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Students given a sleep sticker at Northgate Crossing Elementary School. The teachers were removed from the class and placed on administrative leave. What do you think about that?
They was giving what kind of sticker?
They was giving students a sleep sticker, so basically a sticker that was making them go to sleep.
What do you mean a sticker that was making them go to sleep? So the sticker had some type of drug in the adhesive
Yeah,
to make them go to sleep?
yeah,
What the? Oh,
yeah. This was Northgate Crossing Elementary School.
so they drugging the kids now. That's what you. So that's what the report is saying. They drugging them
That's what the report is saying.
because you a teacher. You don't got no business giving my child melatonin patch if they trying to go to sleep. That's not your prerogative. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to teach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now you administering drug, and this is Department of Education money right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Department of Education bread.
Go back to DOE.
We still want to keep the Department of Education? Not only they touching our kids, they drugging our kids, they having our kids missing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Department of Education gotta go, son. There needs to be some rigorous background checks. Like, yo, half these teachers gotta go through boot camp. Word up, son. If you can't do 50 push-ups, you can't be no teacher, son. Because nah.
Dino said that she said the teacher told them it would affect their grade. That's funny. As a parent, I'll put the teacher to sleep. So parents was outraged when they heard about this. They was outraged. I don't know, maybe I'm too old school, but it's too easy to put a kid to sleep. It's too easy. You
Take
feed
them outside, run their ass ragged, bring them inside, and
and turn
that's
the
it.
lights. Just turn the lights off. If you feed them, let them go crazy outside for a hot 45 minutes an hour. Go crazy, go wild. When you come back inside, you hit them lights off. You don't gotta give them no drug or nothing. Hit the lights off. Throw on one of them old school science. You remember the old school science
Documentaries about whales and shit.
documentary, whatever. And it's night, dog. It's night, and you act like you want to keep them. No, stay awake, and they like, huh? Be knocked out cold. You don't gotta do all that. You don't gotta give them no type of no sleeping aid to do that. So yeah, so they was giving them sleep stickers for those kids to go to sleep.
The fact that they just put them on administrative read, I bring them up on charges. Off rip. I put cases on their head. I want them fucking prosecuted right now. Go
Mm-hmm.
straight to jail. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Bugging out. You want to do that to my child. You ain't gonna let somebody do that to your child, but you could do it to my child. Nah. That's not where we draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
We're not picking and choosing when we do shit like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, bro. This teacher should be locked up. Right now she's on administrative leave, and well, it's teachers, so it's more than one. It was teachers that was doing this. So this was like a standard thing they've been doing, because it's not like they just did this one time.
Again, Department of Education, right here. Where you gonna send your kids to elementary school? You can't even trust the damn elementary school teachers.
Right.
Damn.
The elementary school teachers are supposed to be the most lit out of everybody.
Out of everybody, elementary school teacher was supposed to be popping.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, not these elementary school teachers. They done dropped the ball on these ones.
Roa Jack is stupid. Let her go to sleep in Turkey.
Yeah. First class flight.
First
She gonna be
class.
right next to the pilot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around with me. You gonna be next to the pilot helping him out. Fly
That
your ass to Turkey. You know what I'm saying?
that is a fact. That is a fact. I love it. For those who don't know, Turkey has one of the most strictest laws that you could think of. You could just go to jail by looking gay or acting gay, and they send you to jail. And we covered that story episodes ago, and that's where Send Them to Turkey came about. Compliments to Roman Jack. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic, the Valentine's Day backlash. There's a lot of women online talking about if your man did not get you anything or did not go all out for you, get rid of him. What do you think about the backlash of Valentine's Day?
I mean, if you get rid of your man for one day that you didn't get no flowers or no love, but every other day before that you was getting all that admiration that you could so-called deserve. You get rid of that man, then you might as well just be lonely for the rest of your life because the next man is not jacking it. You know what I'm saying? This Valentine's Day shit has been going on for way too long. Niggas been tired of it. I know I've been cut off from Valentine's Day for damn near 20 years. I haven't been doing Valentine's Day nothing. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Any other day is fine. We're not, no. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the mere fact that you're expecting men to do something and now they choosing not to do it and y'all can't do nothing about it. That's the whole point that y'all mad about it. That
Yeah.
y'all fail to realize you can't make men do nothing they don't want to do. So y'all got all the money in the world. Take yourselves out for Valentine's Day. Treat yourselves then. But y'all don't want to do it. Y'all want the man to do it. And now he don't want to do it. Now what's up? Maybe you might listen to what that man is saying. You might get your way. But you know what I'm saying, too much to listen to actually what the man is saying.
Mm-hmm. Me personally, I don't celebrate none of these holidays at all. I don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate none of this. None of these days are real. The only real day we get is our birthday. That's it. That's the only day I celebrate for anybody else and for myself. When it comes to any of these goofy ass holidays, I do not partake. I do not do anything for it. I don't judge other people that do so, but I don't. So any woman that I date know that right off the bat. And if there's any energy or any discourse from that, then hey man, you gotta go. That's just straight up. Because I'm not gonna say to myself, okay, this is the day that you want to celebrate just because you want to celebrate. That doesn't make any sense.
at
With
all.
there's no reciprocity in that either. You I don't celebrate something, but because you want to celebrate it, I'm wrong.
And
Like,
then and their argument is, oh, Valentine's Day is for the girls. It's a girls' day. Okay, then you celebrate yourself then.
mm-hmm,
Take yourself out.
right.
If it's your day, then why are you worried about men not celebrating it? It's for y'all. Do your own thing.
Mm-hmm,
Trust me, we don't care about this day or any other of these goofy ass days. Trust me, we don't.
mm-hmm.
It's a waste of time and waste of money. It has nothing to do with the end goal. What does Valentine's Day have to do with us gaining property, man? What does Valentine's Day have to do with figuring out how to not pay estate tax? What does Valentine's Day have to do with how to transfer property from one title to the next without paying any one of these myriad of taxes?
Mm-hmm.
Is Valentine's Day going to teach us that? If not, please shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we got going on here is way more important than some goofy ass Valentine's Day. Because best believe them taxes is coming regardless.
It's coming regardless.
And on top of that, it's on the damn day you talking about. Everything getting taxed 3 times as much on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we good.
And
When
it's
you could tell
about
me how to do properly move about in the system without paying taxes, then holla at me, man. Then you could talk to me. Then I'll take you out for Valentine's Day. You tell me how to do that, show me how to do it, ma, you can get any gift you want.
bro, you better
And,
than you better
until I know that's a
still not
task no woman can never do at the end of the day. So it's never gonna happen.
you better than me because we not doing that regardless. If I don't celebrate something, I don't celebrate it. I
No,
don't
my point is a
I,
woman will never get to my
right,
level
right,
of what I'm
right,
talking about. That's why. Because we'll never get there. Because
right.
if you talk about Valentine's Day, what I'm talking about, how you ever gonna get to that level if you still celebrating Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole point.
Cause
So it's a lose-lose situation.
yeah. But you gave them just like that little wiggle room just in case they want to get it together. Like
It's
that,
a fail.
that,
It's an automatic fail because you're
that
not gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
It ain't no wiggle room. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like it, but in actual fact, if she thinks about it, she ain't gonna make no move.
Mm-hmm.
So it sound good. Oh, I got an opportunity, but when you think about it, how you gonna come up with it, boo? What's the first step on that? What book you gonna pass me to read?
Give you a couple books to read, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me a book. You give me a book, then we start talking.
Cause it's bigger than Nino Brown.
Oh man, it's big business, baby.
You know, so I mean, at the end of the day, when I look at because I don't celebrate none of this stuff, bro, and because after doing the research of all these holidays, these holidays have nothing to do with us. These are not our holidays. Christmas come from Scandinavia. The Santa Claus. Valentine's Day comes from something a completely different other country. Like I did some of the research on Valentine's Day, but I get mixed reports that is from Saint Valentine, then it's actually from another country that Saint Valentine is based in. They based Saint Valentine on this country's symbol of Valentine's Day. Like at the end of the day, it's not our day. The only days we get is our birthday. That's the only day that I'm gonna celebrate with anyone, for anyone, you know, and myself. But these bum ass holidays, I'm not for it. Especially Valentine's Day, it doesn't show anything positive. When I see dudes out with their girls and they got teddy bears, flowers, candy, okay, that's nice. You could do that on an average day. I'm the type of man, if I buy a woman for flowers, it's gonna be a day where it's like, damn, why you got me flowers? Just because I was thinking about you. That's why I got these flowers for you. I don't need Valentine's Day to get you flowers. I don't need Mother's Day to take you out and show you a good time. So that's just me personally. And each to each his own, but this backlash is goofy. And hey, ladies, you do what you want. Some of the ladies, y'all do what you want. And the other ladies who are already up on game, y'all need to speak out and loud and proud to show that these days are goofy anyway, because you're still gonna get the best of everything on every other day. So that's with that. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. A new Atlanta trend. A new Atlanta trend. People are moving out of their apartments and moving into U-Hauls. What do you think about that?
They can keep that in Atlanta. They keep that in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep that over there. I don't know what trend that is. Yeah, yeah, they can keep that down there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't want no parts of that. That has no logic. It has no base in any type of building generational wealth. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you keep that in Atlanta. That's all for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
On one end, it's illogical. On the other end, I can see how it happened. So here's what I'm saying. It's illogical because Georgia as a whole is one of the cheapest places you can move to. Georgia as a whole is still one of them places with the quality of your home is going to be oversized. It's going to be nice quality. You can still get a 2, 3 bedroom for a very reasonable price. You could be anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 for a 2 or 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, quality home, quality neighborhood. So, I mean, that's the going rate, which is not the worst thing in the world. But the reason why I can see that it happens because you got so much scamming going on in Atlanta. Atlanta is like the scamming hub where people are scamming themselves out their own position, scamming themselves out their own home, where they start moving into U-Hauls and you know and just rock out like that. Keep their clothes and their little bed and the U-Haul all in one spot, and just find a place to park that thing. I mean, as much scamming goes going on, like how many times we've heard of people being in Atlanta saying that they are a producer or artist or a chef or whatever the hell that they're supposed to be, and they don't have none of what they talking about going for themselves. So on that aspect, I can see that. On the other aspect, on a real logical aspect, I can't see that because Atlanta's or Georgia as a whole is one of the most affordable places that you could live in the all US.
And Georgia has the most loosest adverse possession laws I have ever seen in any state. You could get a crib in less than 30 days for less than $1,500 if you do your research. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia's too lit. So yeah, let them goofies go to U-Hauls, and a nigga like me is gonna get your crib for $300. No taxes, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, keep doing that trend. Matter of fact, yo, that trend is so lit. I want more y'all cats to cop U-Hauls. You know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah.
that. Matter of fact, it's a yeah. I'm gonna promote that. I'm not doing it myself, but I want y'all to do that wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
So it make it easier for me when I get to Georgia and I could just take whole blocks through adverse possession. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, y'all do that. Leave the cribs abandoned, right? And then go live in U-Hauls where you
Mm-hmm.
got no reciprocity, no law, no nothing protection yourself. And then here I come. Get your big mansion for none but dirt cheap bread.
Uh,
Boom. Yeah, y'all do that.
however, they talking about the birthday stuff. No reply. However, birthday celebrations are aging rituals. Rowan Jack, make America Florida again. 1,500 in Atlanta. See what it is. I like put us up on game, bro. Appreciate that, man. Mr. Clutch. Okay. It's Mr. Clutch. Okay. So they're saying that it's very hard to get a U-Haul because of this. On top of that, because you got people who are
running down all the U-Hauls. That's
running
gonna
down.
get
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that's the new thing. But like I said, very illogical because I've seen places for about 15. No, I'm lying. I've seen places for anywhere from $1,100 to $1,500, quality neighborhood. Whether it's Atlanta, whether it's Macon, whether it's Savannah, different parts of Georgia in itself. In Atlanta by itself, you can get a nice place for about $1,400, $1,500, 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom. It doesn't take much to pay that per month. So people are doing this, and I can see why if people are scamming crazy and doing what they've been doing. So, all right, y'all, moving on to our next hot topic, NBA All Star Game. I don't know if y'all peeped the new rules or I mean, the whole weekend in itself was just terrible. With the Celebrity All Star Game, it's a Celebrity All Star Game. It's probably the most intriguing game out of everything because you see all the celebrities playing basketball. But outside of that, it's not like, you know, it's a Celebrity All Star Game. But the the weekend in itself, the NBA dunk contest was trash. 3 point contest has become the most uh, interesting part of it because it's a shooting lead. Everybody shoots the ball. Um, the skills challenge was kind of trash. But you had good performances within each event, and certain guys try to save it, but it's not the same anymore. And then you had it finish tonight with the All Star game where they had it 4 teams, not three. They had 4 teams, and they had a tournament style of those teams. I didn't even see who won the last game, but the way they broke it up was Team Chuck, Team Kenny. I think Team Shaq was like the older players or the oldest players, and they had Team Chuck, Team Kenny, and Team what's the dude name? I can't believe I'm forgetting this guy name. He's the host of the show, the white guy. Can't think of his name. Sorry, legend. He's a legend in the game. But all three of them had teams, and then they had an old school team, and what they considered old school was guys like James Harden, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, like the vets, the guys who were the most veteran of the All Star game. So they broke it up into 4 team style. First team to 40 wins. The team that loses is out. The second game, next team to 40 wins. So basically, whoever puts up 80 points first. Have you seen anything, any resemblance of the All Star game? Hearing the new rules, what do you think of even the new rules?
I mean, I haven't tapped in the All Star game in a number of years. It hasn't been interesting or intriguing to me to make me tap in, and this weekend hasn't been changed at all. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
it has like for the dedicated people that watch it every year, I want to hear from them. Is it still intriguing? Does it still give you that same feeling like it used to do back in the day? Because I've lost that feeling. You know what I'm saying? So for them to bring it back with all these gimmicks of these tournaments, all that, you know what I'm saying? None of that existed back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had the what was it? Friday was the freshmen versus the sophomores.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying Saturday was the skills
Yeah.
competition, and Sunday was an all-star game.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. And then Saturday, you know how you have the skills competition, you have 3 point shot, dunk, all that. You know what I'm saying? All of that was great. I don't know what happened after maybe 2009-ish, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Shit just started going downhill from here. You know what I'm saying? I really want maybe this could be something that could bring interest back. I want rivalries. I don't want none of these people being friends. Like I don't want y'all being friends and buddy buddy. This is why the NBA sucks. Y'all all friends. I don't want y'all being friends when somebody wearing the Brooklyn Nets jersey and the other opponent wearing the Clippers jersey. That's your enemy, bro. That's not your friend. What are you doing? They coming to your house to disrespect your house, my dude.
Right.
You gonna be cool with somebody disrespecting your house? Hell nah. But this buddy shit got niggas confused. Like, nah, I don't want y'all being friends at all. So when it comes down to the All-Star break, I want that competitiveness still being there. Like, nah, this is still my enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't my homie. This the enemy. And I'm gonna bust his ass on an All-Star weekend too. And then when we go back to regular scheduled programming, I'm gonna bust your ass some more.
Yeah.
But I don't see that tenacity no more. I don't see that hunger. Niggas ain't hungry no more, son. So you better, I don't know what y'all gotta do. Y'all better stop feeding them, make these niggas hungry again so they can see that. I want to see that ferocity again. I don't see it no more.
Because what they trying to do, they trying to like, give them money prizes. So they trying to say the winner would get $1 million and like the loser would
Y'all
get.
niggas getting 250 million. Y'all don't need no more bread, son.
That's what I said, bro.
Yo, you don't need no more bread. I want to tell you to your face, you ass, my nigga, you suck. That's what's gonna get a nigga really up on his shit. Giving him $1 million, he's already a millionaire. That's not gonna entice the nigga. Tell him the nigga suck. I don't care if you a millionaire. You ass, nigga.
But see, that's a part of that New York mentality. Like
y'all need that shit everywhere else. Cause y'all this friend shit we
yeah.
ain't bopping that, son.
Cause in New York City, I don't know how many of y'all are from New York City in the chat, but this is the exact mentality. If you're watching a game and you see a dude drop 40 and he looks at the crowd, somebody in the crowd is gonna be like, "You still ain't shit." Like if I come on the court, I'm clamping you down. Like so, it's always a competitive nature in New York City when it comes to any and everything, and that needs to be adopted in the NBA.
I'm not gonna lie, the New York Knicks now have been embodying that because over the years, niggas been coming to the Garden, dropping 80, 50, 60 on niggas, and niggas just letting the shit rock. Like, what type of shit is this? Now I've been seeing like, nah, you ain't just gonna come to our house and drop 40. You better drop 40 and win the game, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna come in here and just disrespect. I need that from all the other teams. I need that from all the other organizations. Get y'all niggas in line. Y'all not friends. This your enemy, and you need to go out there and bust his ass. That's what you need to do. You're not gonna trade jerseys at the end of the game. What type of shit is this?
And just to clarify things, right? The older school players, they was beefing so heavy that still to this day, niggas is still kind of keep beefing. Like, yo,
I kind of want them to put the metal down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's time for brotherhood now. You know what I'm saying? I feel it.
Like,
but
dude,
y'all can put the metal down. You know what I'm saying?
Dudes is in their 50s, like, yo, what you think about Karl Malone? Karl who? I used to get that nigga 30, like, yo, get out of here. Get that guy out of here. Like, that's how these dudes be talking when it comes to the older school players. Like, it's cool to, like you said, bro, after a certain age, it's like, yo, y'all get out the game. You appreciate the brother's talents. Like, yo, he cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this NBA, it's a whole place train.
That jersey swap shit is ass. I don't want you jersey swapping in where everybody can see it. Do it in the locker room where nobody else can see it. Do that there. Don't do that shit on the court, son. And especially if the nigga bust your ass. Oh no, we not trading jerseys, nigga. The fuck out my face. We gonna do in the locker room, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch you in the locker room. But on the court, hell nah, son. We ain't changing socks. We ain't changing sneakers. Nothing, son. The only thing we changing is back and forth who busts who ass better. That's the only conversation we have.
That's a fact. They said in the chat, Karl Malone sleeps with little girls. That's a fact. His son from that, he got a 12-year-old girl pregnant back in the 90s. Her son or their son is in the NFL. He's an offensive tackle for the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. And she was 12 or 13 at the time. That's a fact. I just brought him up as an example, y'all, but that's definitely a fact. They mentioned my favorite player in the NBA of all time for me. My favorite player in the NBA of all time is Stephon Marbury. He's my favorite player ever. What he did for my Nets, like when he was a net, it was magical, baby. But the point that we're making is that the competitive nature in the All-Star game is no longer there. So even in the NBA as itself, no team has a style that they play with. Everybody plays the same way. So now when you get to the All-Star game, they're not playing hard. It's a glorified shoot around. Everybody's dropping 30, 40, 50 points. Everybody's shooting wild threes. Nobody's playing any type of defense. Nobody is giving it a real park style type of feel. Like the NBA, when it comes to the All-Star game, it's supposed to feel like park basketball. Again, I keep saying New York City, but in New York City, when you play park basketball, it's survival of the fittest. For you to drop 30 and 40 points in a park basketball game, that's a very big deal. That means you creme de la creme. That means you had to play against some serious D, and that you just nice like that. You had it's a grit in the grind, and it's a little bit of the show. You're gonna get the show, but the show comes with the natural flow of the game. These dudes are not playing no type of defense. It's just like, oh, yeah, oh, that was crazy. They getting out the way when somebody coming to dunk. All this type of foolishness, bro. So they asked Draymond Green during the All-Star game, what do you think of the new All-Star, the All-Star setup? Draymond Green said, I hate it. This is whack. Charles Barkley replied, he was like, yo, this is y'all fault. The All Star game has been going on your watch. The way it looks right now is basically on your watch, and I have to agree with Charles Barkley because when he played and after he played, the All Star game was serious. I was looking at a tape the other day, and Iverson is flooring people. He's cracking people in the All Star game, and they're playing real defense. Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, he used to play real defense in the All Star game. He locking you up, bro. And if you get a bucket, you get a bucket. But he trying to lock you up. Jordan was trying to embarrass everything moving in the All Star game. What happened to that?
You know what they need to do? They need to get these top tier ballers that swear they these top tier niggas and bring them niggas to the circuit in the hood. I need y'all niggas to play a couple of games in the hood to get your tenacity back. Cause y'all niggas don't got that hunger no more, son. Y'all need to go back to the trenches and really get that hunger back. Go to the trenches and start playing ball in the trenches. Really see what it's really about. Then you might get your aspirations back and really get back in the court and really bust ass again. Cause that's what we want to see. We want to see some competitiveness. We want to see some Olay shit.
Yeah, for real.
I don't want to see niggas about to run through the dunk and you just let the nigga like what?
Like, come on,
son.
And
all right, you didn't get, you got dunked on this play. All right, cool. Get him back the next play. You know what I'm saying? When you get down there, ask for the rock. Hey, let me get the rock. Let me cook him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your get back, right? All right, cool. That's the name of the game. You get dunked on, now you gotta dunk on him back. You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to Victor Wembanyama. There was a dude that was I forget who was running the lane to dunk the ball, and Victor came out of nowhere and said, "Give me that. It's not happening, dog. Not on my watch." And I love that. He said out of his mouth, I came to the All-Star game to play a game. I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to put y'all on notice. So I love that energy. You see what I'm saying? He came to compete. Where's that energy? One thing I will say about the WNBA and their 1v1, or it's not even the WNBA, because of the rival league, the league that I told you about that basically runs 3 man's full court for the WNBA, they have like the one-on-one portion. So they asked Kyrie Irving, would he be interested if the NBA added a one-on-one segment or portion to NBA Weekend? And of course, Kyrie lit up and was like, yo, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I think we go for the game. And the only reason why Kyrie was modest how he answered that was for selfish reasons. Because Kyrie just want to cook something. That's all he really wanted to do. He just want to get your favorite player an All-Star weekend, guarding him with all his best, and he just want to cook. And I'm all for it if they have the 1v1s in All-Star weekend. What do you think it would do for All-Star weekend if they add the 1v1s?
If they did that, it made me want to tune in again because I want to see who's going to catch whose soul. I want to see who want to step up to the plate and take somebody's soul. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And then if your soul gets took, you get the opportunity to take the next person's soul back. So you got to get up and, you know what I'm saying? Get right. and try to cook them on the next play.
Yeah.
Because this competitiveness needs to come back. Because y'all niggas out here just being real wacky.
Yeah. Because even the dunk contest, the kid, I believe is Mac McGlone, he won it 3 years in a row. And he had a crazy dunk where he jumps over a car, takes the ball off the kid head that was sticking out the car, and double pump backwards. Crazy dunk, right? But I don't want to see Mac McClung dunk. No disrespect to Mac McClung. He's a great dunker. But he doesn't play in the games. He's not playing night to night in the games. They signed him to a team just so he could participate in a dunk contest. I don't want to see that. I want to see the stars do this. That's what I want to see.
That's the bitch assness I'm talking about. How you gonna let a nigga that don't even be in the league half the time going into the dunk contest? That don't even make sense. Nah, son.
We got world class dunkers. There's no reason why John Morant is not in the dunk contest. There's no reason why Zion is not in the dunk contest. Anthony Edwards is not in the dunk contest. Like these are like guys that when we watch the games that they're flying through the damn air. I want to see this. I want to see the creativity. These dunks that these other guys is doing, they could give these guys these dunks. I want to see the stars in the dunk contest. That's just my preference. I believe the player from Miami. I don't want to just relegate him to the white kid, but what's his name? 3-point champion. The guard from Miami. What's his name? Can't think of his name. They're not showing me it, but I know who it was. Tyler Hero. That's his name. Tyler Hero. He won the 3-point competition. So they might as well do away with this if they're not going to really pick up the NBA All Star game seriously. Like it's a failed product. I would love for them to add the 1v1s. I would love for them to actually make a game of the All Star game in itself. The celebrity game is fun to watch because you get celebrities, but they got to find better skill positions for the All Star game. 3-point contest was cool. If the stars is not dunking in the dunk contest, get rid of it and add something else. Add something else. It's just trash. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, Facts making it corny and getting paid millions. That's a fact. Hero, I was thinking to tell Tyler they told me that in the chat in the shop. From Portland should never enter. That is a fact. You can get hurt. Being creative, gang. Why get injured doing a dunk if you a star like John Morant? Okay, so it's a possibility, yes. But how many years have the NBA been around? How many years have these stars did the dunk contest and they didn't get hurt? They still went on to be MVPs. They still went on to be champions. They still went on to be great players. We can't have these little things like worrying about it. You could get injury just during warm-ups. You could get injury in the All-Star game in itself. And you worrying about getting injured doing something that you do on a regular basis. Dunks for a basketball player is muscle memory. That's muscle memory. That's like a wrestler getting hurt jumping off the top rope. It's muscle memory. So I can't I understand what you're trying to say regarding that, but that's a cop out. That's a cop out, man. They gonna make that money regardless. Money is not the issue in today's WNBA. It's not the issue. So let's not make it that. Let's not make it about injuries because we know for a fact that these guys are not doing it because of they might get hurt. Like, come on. All right, moving on to our next segment, not hot topic, our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. You get to buy dope photography or book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're in the Miami area, if you're not, you can still book that session. They will take the train to your session and take care of your session because flying right now is super dangerous at bigbravosection.com. You got a petty thought for us, petty law, petty words?
Chad, you know how I do. I got words from the Petty Law Dictionary. So first word on the list is immigrant, an alien in a country except in United States, one within specified class within the Immigration and Nationality Act, one who leaves the country to permanently settle in another. Immigrant. Next word is destitute, not possessing necessities of life, in condition of extreme want, bereft, tackling possessions and resources. Next word is constitutional court, a court named or described and expressly protected by Constitution or recognized by name or definite description in the Constitution. And last word is frozen account, an account in which no activity is permitted until a court order is lifted. So words this week are constitutional court, frozen account, immigrant, and destitute. And
Fire,
bro, Jack, I got those 2 words for next episode.
fire. Make sure y'all look up those words and really incorporate these words in your everyday life because it could change your level of consciousness, understanding, and really instituting these words and making it work for you. Okay. And we deal with paperwork and we read every day. So make sure y'all tap in. I guess y'all got am I late? Am I too late? Nah, you right on time, my brother. Blast from the class. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit them hearts in the chat. All right, moving on to our next segment. They were still talking about the NBA white boy dunk over the car. Yeah, that's Matt McGlone. Matt McGlone dunked over the car. That dunk was crazy. That dunk was fire, but nobody want to see him do that. All due respect, I want to see one of the stars do that, man. I really do, man. All right, moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie live.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this episode is I seen something earlier that really turned my stomach, bro. And we've been seeing this for a little while now. And when are we going to stop doing this? I'm just tired of seeing our culture embarrass themselves. When I mean our culture, I mean our culture as far as this, y'all. We do a great job in embarrassing ourselves by going through shaming rituals that at the end of the day, it's like, yo, what are we doing? So I seen something that actually happened in 2019, 2020. There was a scene from Black Mirror, and we had two of our young, bright actors who were going to be the next guard of great actors. They're already great actors, but they're going to be the next. I don't want to say Denzel, but they're going to be the those type of guys when it's you need to do a serious movie or whatever type of movie. They carry the cachet. So unfortunately, I seen one of my actors I like to see in movies because of his acting talent. Man, he's a great actor, man. Anthony Mackie, and then you had Yahya Abdul Mateen the second. He's known for playing, I believe, in the Aquaman, and he's the new Candyman. And they had a whole kissing scene, bro. They had a whole kissing scene. And I'm looking at this, and it's like, why? One, this is 2019, so they both were who they were at 2019 as far as acting, right? Your morals have to be intact. Like I know some actors like, well, it's for the art, and like no, man. Like I just don't understand that. Me personally, when you have these particular type of actors or these particular type of figures whose trajectory is going at such a rate that they would subject themselves to a gay scene. And the scene starts off where they supposed to fight. They in the rain and they supposed to get it popping. And the dude said, "We're not gonna fight, we're gonna kiss." And he like, "What? We're gonna kiss." And he like, "So you want me to approach you or you trying to approach?" So it's like y'all read the script. Y'all didn't get on set and be was like, "Yeah, I ain't cool." Like y'all didn't tell me that, but like, what are we doing? So this is somebody that's supposed to be the new Captain America, and this is somebody supposed to be Candyman. Candyman is one of the most beloved characters in the culture, and you got Candyman and the new Captain America kissing at one point in time. It's like, what? Why put yourself through these shaming tactics? What are we doing? What do that say to? Like, that's not what we do as a culture. And you align these two actors on their trajectory, they're only going to be in bigger and better stuff moving forward. And this is what they did in 2019, 2020. We keep embarrassing ourselves. Denzel Washington, one of my favorite actors in the world, came out and said in Gladiator 2, there was a whole scene where he went all out. His first gay scene where he went all out kissing a dude. And the scene never even made the movie. It's like, well, what are we doing? Why are we embarrassing ourselves doing that? Bro, you tell me. Try to make some sense of this.
Well, it's not an embarrassment on us. It's an embarrassment on them because at the end of the day, you can't tell me that acting is a piece of art and all this other shit when in Greek and Roman times they didn't even allow women to act. So it's only men. So already off rip, if that was part of it, and then you write scenes where it's supposed to be a woman and a man, but only men is acting it, and it's a kiss, like that makes no sense. So fast forward to today and what we're dealing with, because this is very layered and I could go on a whole tangent. So I'm gonna keep it very simple. So you mean to tell me two consenting male adults gonna read a script and then consent to having this scene, even though they're not in that culture or go that way anyway, but they're gonna act it out and make it believable. Like, how does that make sense? So I'm supposed to, as the viewer, supposed to separate the acting from the act itself. How? Because at the end of the day, wouldn't have some morals as well? Even if you're acting, wouldn't this character that you're trying to portray or bring to life, wouldn't they have some morals as well too? So nobody got no morals because you're an actor. You don't got no morals. All right. So I don't believe no actor then. So every actor is a liar because you get paid to lie anyway, right? So anything you say, I don't believe you. One minute you a superhero, next minute you playing both sides. The other minute you a cop, next minute you a crack. You know what I'm saying?
Next minute you Tupac. Next minute you Papa Doc.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't hold actors and actresses to a high esteem and act as if these people are our spokespersons. No. Hell no. You're never going to be my spokesperson when you get paid to take your clothes off. You're just a prostitute. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you going to be a spokesperson for me when you get paid to take your clothes off? You have no morals.
Mm-hmm.
Don't dress it up as a form of acting and it's art. Like, no, it's not. You're getting paid to do certain things because you ain't have no morals when they brought that script to you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have to read the contract before you sign it. You're not forced to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You choose to do these things. So at the end of the day, I don't play with the zesty agenda. I don't play with the Zatarans. I don't like extra seasoning on my food because my family got high cholesterol and high blood pressure, so we don't get down like that. So keep the extra Zataran to the side, please. I don't need the extra adobo. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. But it's so disappointing when you have these particular type of actors, um, and the role of, because again, like that's keep it real. Denzel, when he plays a role, it matters, right? Not just the role in itself, but the energy that he brings to it and what the representation is supposed to represent.
Yeah, it matters. But then when you tell me you sort out a role to be Thoisy, it's like
Right.
now it makes me look at you kind of different now. You've been
Correct.
holding it for very long. You've been building up your cachet and building up your credit. Now when you about to retire, now you want to exploit these Thoisy scenes?
Right.
Get the fuck
Right.
out of
Right.
here, son.
Yeah.
Like,
Fact.
nah, son. Now you done lost all credibility with me. And if your son try to go down that same route you doing, you gonna lose it too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are
That's
you talking
fact.
about?
That's a fact.
Like, we don't get down like that. I
Mm.
don't care what y'all talk about. That's never been in our culture, never been in our DNA. Shit's been forced upon us. Now you goofy ass niggas is taking the men on some type of art shit. Like, nah, son.
Mm-hmm.
Put that shit away, dog. We
Mm-hmm.
don't want that.
Sherman is stupid. I'm straight. Let the director say he giving me $500K for a gay scene. Sign me up, gay. Yo, I
We
don't co
got we,
I
we
don't
got a
co-sign I don't co-sign that at all, but I love the
yeah, that we got a switch hitter.
yeah, that was funny though. That was a funny joke though. I don't co-sign that. But it's disappointing when you see this because again, these are outstanding actors and what they supposed to represent because in the culture is bigger than what we do, right? It's supposed to be about representation. And it just seemed like in other cultures that never merges together. You know what I mean? Like the great Marlon Brando, he was just celebrated for being a great actor. But the only reason why he was really celebrated for being a great actor is because Hollywood already knew of his dealings off camera. They already knew of how he moved. So it wasn't even a thing to even be spoken about. But when it come to us, it's like it's that added extra, and it just is. I ain't gonna just disappointing to see. We got Captain America and Candyman, a whole kissing scene. Make that make sense. So it's like we continuously put ourselves through these shaming rituals. Even the young lady that just won a Grammy, Dolce, she's doing her thing, but now all of a sudden she butt naked. Every time I seen her perform, she always looked elegant. She always looked like she hip hop. But now all of a sudden she want to perform in drawers and panties and bra.
To
Got all her goodies out.
to sensationalize her rap or what? Your rapping skills was on point. You never needed to do that. Now all of a sudden you got to do that for what? What part of the marketing tactic is that?
Correct. Correct. Cause that doesn't turn me on to go listen to your music. Like you was dope by yourself, in my opinion. Same thing I said about one of my favorites. Like you heard me talk about how beautiful this woman is for years, Janelle Monáe. Everybody talking about this woman, that one. I'm like, nah, Janelle Monáe got it, dog. Janelle Monáe is woo smoking. But I thought Janelle Monáe was fine as hell when she wore the suits, when she was trying to dance like James Brown. I'm like, yo, she fine. She's slim Jim, but you can see that little body under that blazer. I can see it. You can't hide that. But now she want to be naked, going everywhere with her chest and breasts all out, walking at Grammy parties with just her drawers. It was a Grammy party. She was at the party just in her drawers. Breasts is all out. It's like, what are we doing? Why do we keep putting our culture, this shaming tactic? We participate every day in it, and we see it every single time. Any of these events or ceremonies, somebody from our culture has the opportunity to show their ass, and it just makes it look even worse. And they don't have to do that. You're dope by itself. Am I bugging when I say that? When I think they're dope by themselves?
I think they all compromise, but that's all me.
Mm-hmm.
They all compromise at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, can nobody who's an actor or a comedian can represent me or be my spokesperson or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that. Just entertain me and that's all you fucking do. But when you start choosing this type of entertainment, now I gotta turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Because your only job is to entertain me. But then when you choose this side to try to entertain, it's like, come on. Like, stop.
Actors are actors. Yeah, that's a great point. LeBron also he to the Diddy party. Cook well, LeBron James they had like something with Diddy where he was like, "There's no party like a Diddy party." Like he said that out his mouth. And then if y'all was paying attention in previous episodes, I spoke on how former WNBA All Star Chippy Pondexter was alleging that LeBron James have been, you know, sex trafficking and that he took her money and this, that, and the third. She said this in her live on Instagram. So this is what she was saying about LeBron James. But I'm just tired of seeing the shaming tactics. I'm just tired of seeing our culture continuously embarrassing themselves on any platform, on any platform, instead of highlighting and showing their greatness in their field, whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, whether it's whatever. They take the extra step to come out butt naked or do something that's I don't want to say I know these people personally, but that's not what we like, bro. Like, what is you doing? What are you doing? Why are you kissing another dude? But you married, right? You married to a woman, so okay. So how do that work? Like, that's wild. I'm just tired of seeing it, and I just hope that we get the message, we need to stop embarrassing ourselves by doing that. So I don't know. I sent it to one of my bros earlier, and they was trying to rationalize it by saying, "Well, that was before they got on." I said, "Nah, man, that was right there in 2020." He was like, "Yeah, that was in 2020, but mind you, he's he's Captain America. When did Candyman came out? Like 2021, 2022. So that could have been what they needed to do to get over the hump in the eyes of the industry. Morals is morals. And this is what I told him. Morals is morals. Your morals is your morals. There's no check, there's no opportunity that anybody should be able to write or present that would make you jeopardize your morals. Morals is something you cannot buy. You can't buy morals. Your morals is your morals. If they tell me, yo, if you kiss a dude right now, you're gonna have the number one podcast in all of the world. In all of the world. Everybody's gonna watch. You're gonna make this type of money, da 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 da, and your life will be even bigger and better. No, my morals is my morals. I live a great life now, and I'm gonna continue to live a great life. I'm gonna continue to build because I have talent, I have motivation, I have dedication, I have a system. I got people around me that work hard. I got people around me that want it. I'm a dog. My morals is my morals. You can't write a check to do that for me. You can't present me with an opportunity to do that for me. And because of that, I live on my feet. Morals is morals, man. Morals is morals. Y'all been amazing. Y'all been amazing. There's so many people in here. Thank y'all for y'all support, for the growth of the show. Hit them likes, hit them 100s. Again, I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild, my co-host, my brother from another mother, my brother Santana. If you want to continue, excuse me, you can follow us on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild. Again, I'm Ashley Lovechild for those who don't know. My brother Santana, you can follow him on his Instagram at
Brothas section _
So follow my brother on his Instagram. You can follow me on my Instagram at Ashley Lovechild. Again, shout out to Rowan Jack, one of our bad totals, and he gifted several of y'all of new memberships in the chat. Again, thank that man for showing that love. Put what you got enough. Hello, but what if you got enough money to buy a new mouth? Still not enough, man. Still not enough. My morals is not on sale. And I know you're not saying that for me. I'm just saying in general, my morals are not on sale. Yo, bro, Jack is stupid. But again, we appreciate y'all tapping in each and every Sunday and Thursday. We're on every Sunday and Thursday at 10:30 on this channel, Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. Shout out to some of our sponsors of the show, Bravo Section, Button Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, again, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram. Shout it out one more time.
Brothas section _
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit us up on Instagram. Also, you make sure y'all tap in every Monday for the Overstand podcast. While I understand we go Overstand every Monday at 9:30 on this channel. So make sure y'all tap in. Again, we're on every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. We got over 300 rewatchable videos of this podcast on this channel. So make sure y'all tap in. They're great conversational starters with your friends, your family, your coworkers. So make sure y'all share the videos and spread the word. Continue to spread the word. We love, and we're gonna keep building into the algorithm because of that as well. Make sure y'all tap into the membership portion of our page as well. We got members that help giving memberships away as well too. So again, shout out to Rowan Jack and uh the added members of the show. So make sure y'all tap into the membership portion. Links is in the bio. Again, we're on every Sunday, every Thursday, and y'all already know, man. It's love, and we'll see y'all again this Thursday at 10:30. We out.